Good morning, everybody. It's the 28th of February, and this morning I want to do the STOXX 600 index review, as well as the STOXX 600 sectors. So we're going to touch on the STOXX 600, as usual disclaimer. STOXX 600 index and sector review. Going to jump straight into the Pro Real-Time platform, starting with the STOXX 600 index. We had a nice little rally from the bottom end of the cloud support zone here. Broke past cloud chart resistance at the upper end, as we discussed earlier in the month, or in December actually. We're now fighting old highs and old cloud chart resistance levels here at 373. So looking at the weekly chart, we've had a nice rally, and now we're fighting these resistance levels. And if we manage to break past that resistance level, we're going to look at the next one as the top end of the cloud there as the next key resistance area. But looking at the daily chart, we can see a nice little consolidation underway here at the top end of the cloud. Cloud is key support zone here. So a typical kind of rebound and rally from the top end of the cloud here would be something I would be interested in looking at. But so far, the trend is up based on the cloud. Price action is taking place on the top of the cloud, so that's a strong uptrend is in place. Just watch very carefully for a profit-taking scenario here with a possible MACD sell signal coming through. But we've had the MACD buy signal on the 10th of February, and we've had a couple of points out of that trade. All right, moving to auto parts. Trading at the top end of the cloud, looking for support here. Could see a possible rebound here if support comes in and supports this sector. So looking for a possible rebound there. We've had a MACD sell signal just yesterday, so so just be aware that we could see further downside to the bottom end of the cloud here if support fails here at the top end of the cloud. So that's the downside risk. Banks lost support at the top end of the cloud. Next target here is the bottom end of the cloud for support at 168, and then significant support zone at 161. So watch out there. Front end of the cloud indicating that we have a downtrend taking place. This early emergence of an early downtrend is starting. Basic resources also pulling back nicely to the top end of the cloud. Note we've had a MACD sell signal, so profit taking is in order. Support can come in here at the bottom end of the cloud, so looking for these areas as a possible rebound. Okay, chemicals also, just make the screen a little bit bigger. Also pulling back after a nice rally, pulling back to the top end of the cloud for support. So watch out for these levels here for a possible rebound. Significant support here is the bottom end of the cloud of 839. Materials. Also in the process of pulling back, steady uptrend as indicated by the front end of the cloud, with possible support zones coming in here at 429 and 430 and 425. So watch these levels for support. Had a MACD sell signal here, so profit taking is taking place, and the next entry point could be a support zone here at the top end of the cloud. Food and beverages. Also had a nice strong rally, price action on the top of the cloud, so we have a strong uptrend in place. Nice MACD buy signal back here, a few points away from the top end of the cloud. We have this resistance zone, old cloud support here at 626 that it's broke past. That could act as new support, and then significant resistance at the top end of the cloud here at 645. But we could see a consolidation back to these moving averages of the Ichimoku cloud, and then a rebound from there. But so far, so good. The front end of the cloud still indicating a steady uptrend. Financial services. Consolidating back to the top end of the cloud. Look, it's bouncing off these moving averages at the bottom end of the cloud. So we can see consolidation underway. Top end of the cloud is key support, significant support here at 415 and then at 425. So watch out, a bit of a consolidation. Could see these lows retested and then a rebound from there, but the current trend remain up. Healthcare, right for consolidation. We can see how it's been struggling to, it's currently breaking past these old cloud chart levels. will be interesting to see if it can maintain momentum to the upside, but a consolidation of recent price moves is expected, and it could come back to a rebound from this moving average at 730 and then rebound further from there. Currently, we have a uptrend in place, MACD buy signal still valid with some profit-taking opportunities now because it's close to these key resistance areas. Watch the MACD signal, the sell signal, to come through at any point in time soon. But overall, expect a consolidation in this sector. Industrial goods, nice steady uptrend, quite some time now since crossing the cloud here. So steady as she goes, had various MACD and buy and sell signals in this period, but we're predominantly looking for MACD buys at these cloud support levels. So downside risk could be at the top end of the cloud here at 475. So watch out for consolidation back down to the top end of the cloud just. But profit taking should be in order since it's been, it had a nice rally since the November time period of last year. This market had a strong rally. It's now consolidating, forming a base on top of the cloud. Looking for support here. If support fails at this 268, we're looking at 262 as the next key support zone. But watch this level very closely to see if there's going to be a rebound here. We could see that there's a lot of support in and around the 264 and 263 zones. So we are floating around on support, floating around on the top of the cloud and looking for a breakout from those levels. Downside risk increase here because we've had a MACD sell, so the consolidation here could take a while before we see the rebound. Media, but a sideways moving range bound situation, looking for on its way to test support at the top end of the cloud, so not particularly not a lot of fireworks here. Watching closely what the MACD is going to give us the next signal here, but should see consolidation or support coming here at the top end of the cloud. And if that fails, we're looking at the 271, 270 areas, the next key support zone. But for this current week, we are going to look and see if we're going to get a rebound from the top end of the cloud. Yeah. Oil and gas. Yeah, significant line in the sand from a support point of view. Seems to be 302, as we noticed the rebound on the 8th of February there. It's kind of looking like it's trying to form a double bottom here. Could see a entry point here at the bottom in the cloud here, and then further a rebound from there if support comes in. We can see that this 303 level is not far from the old highs here, so this is a significant support zone. So that could be a nice entry point if we get a nice MACD buy signal in and around these levels. Downside risk, note from a downside risk perspective, note that the front end of the cloud is now indicating that there's a new downtrend emerging. So if support fails here, that would be the short selling area for further downside to come to the bottom in the cloud here at 284. So for this week, I would be watching very closely what the price interaction is going to be at this particular level for any type candle like that to see if we're going to get a rebound there and then head back up to the top end of the cloud. So there's a good 20 points, $20, 20 euros in this one if we move back up. But watch that level, this support zone, very closely. Products and household goods. Strong uptrend since it broke past the cloud chart resistance. Front end of the cloud is still looking healthy. And I would expect some form of a pullback back down to this level, just to consolidate recent moves. So it's broken out and it's testing the old highs of 2015 here. Expect a consolidation back down to the top end of the cloud here at 795. That's possible. So let's see where that is on the daily. Yeah, so we could see a bit of a consolidation back to the top end of the cloud here. First support is 811, and then 792 as it's going to consolidate out of this trading range. But so far, bit extended. Slope of this move is just quite steep, so expect a consolidation from the short-term consolidation perspective. Okay. Retail, Flatlining at the bottom in the cloud at a critical juncture. Is support going to come back in here? If so, it's going to rebound from this significant support zone. If it breaks here, we'll see further downside to these lows here as the next key support zone. So watch this at a critical level this week. Technology, nice strong rally. Had a MACD buy signal here, steady she goes. Looking for some profit-taking opportunities here. It's a bit extended, but the front end of the cloud still indicating a strong uptrend in place. So this is a question of just taking profit and buying these pullbacks to the moving averages as we're moving higher. But steady she goes, been significantly outperforming the STOXX 600 for most of the year so far. Telecoms, range-bound, rebounded from the bottom end of the cloud. Up top in the cloud now is a key resistance area. We've had a nice MACD buy, so there's a couple of points in this one. Now looking for a breakout past these levels. If not, then we'll go short for a retracement back down to the bottom end of the cloud. So it's struggling to break past cloud chart resistance. As we can see, these old highs also remain a significant resistance area. So watch out very closely to see if there's any MACD sell signal going to come through. Travel and leisure. Grinding higher slowly, rebounding from the top end of the cloud support zones. Could see this come back and retest the top end of the cloud here for support. Watch out, we are looking for a MACD sell signal, so there's profit-taking opportunity involved here with the next entry point, top end of the cloud here, or the significant bottom end of the cloud here if we have a March low. Okay, and then utilities also a positive sign here as we back above the cloud, which is good. Cloud, top in the cloud looks like it could be in the next key support zone, as we can see from the lows here in this particular move. So entry point could be back at the bottom in the cloud for a possible rebound and rally back up to 283, the top end of the cloud there, and then the next cloud level there, 291 or 292. Okay, but slow ground higher. Cloud is indicating a nice new uptrend emerging, and we're outperforming the STOXX 600. But overall, back to the market, the STOXX 600 index, looking for a period of consolidation above the cloud, and these old highs should come in as support, and that could be the next leg up. Okay. Until next time, happy trading.